Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're taking a pretty fascinating journey back in time to ancient Babylon. Now, this city was famously known as the absolute wealthiest in the ancient world. But here's the hook. Right alongside that dazzling, unimaginable wealth were everyday, hardworking citizens struggling with what they called lean purses. Sound familiar? If you've ever felt like you're working endlessly just to scrape by, you are definitely going to relate to this. Today, we're summarizing the absolute must-know secrets from the classic book, The Richest Man in Babylon, to give you those timeless, highly applicable rules for building wealth. Okay, let's dive right into this. Why exactly was Babylon the wealthiest city of the ancient world? Well, the secret wasn't natural resources or some geographical luck. It was actually the financial literacy of its people. Take a guy like Bonseer, the chariot builder. Bonseer is sitting on a wall, completely discouraged. He works from dawn to dusk, he has incredible skill with his hands, and yet his meal bag is totally empty. He's asking the exact same core questions so many of us ask today. Why do some people effortlessly amass huge fortunes, while others, despite endless, back-breaking labor, just stay completely broke?
To really understand this, let's look at the stark contrast between two men. On one side, we have Arkad, universally recognized as the richest man in Babylon. On the other side, we have Bonseer and his childhood friends, who are really struggling. And here's the kicker that makes this so incredibly relevant to us. They all grew up together. They sat in the exact same classrooms, played the same games, and had the exact same opportunities in life. Arkad wasn't naturally smarter, and he certainly didn't work harder than Bonseer. So what caused the drastic difference in their bank accounts? Well, it all comes down to the fact that Arkad actively sought out and applied financial wisdom that his friends completely ignored.
So, here is our roadmap to wealth for today. We'll start with the wealth of Babylon, move on to the foundational rule, look at the cures for lean purses, explore the 5 laws of gold, and finally, wrap up with attracting the luck goddess. We're going to systematically break down these ancient secrets into highly applicable modern steps.
Section 1. The wealth of Babylon, a city of gold and squalor. You see, the city's massive wealth wasn't natural. After a major war, King Sargon realized the citizens literally had to be taught the laws of money, and he asked Arkad to be the one to teach them.
Moving on to Section 2, the foundational rule, Algemish's secret. Before Arkad became a wealthy titan, he was just a poor scribe who traded a massive overnight copying job to a moneylender for the ultimate secret to wealth. This incredibly intimidating moneylender, Algamish, delivered one simple rule to him. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. I mean, it sounds almost too simple, right? But think about your own paycheck for a second. You pay the grocer, the landlord, and probably those 5 different streaming services you totally forgot to cancel. But do you actually pay yourself? The absolute foundational rule of all wealth is that you must pay yourself first, saving at least 10% of absolutely everything you earn. Now, what's really interesting about this is how easily you can adjust. When you break down your budget, that 10% has to be fiercely protected to pay yourself first, leaving 90% for your living expenses. Arkad found that when he forced himself to live on just that 90%, he literally didn't notice a difference in his quality of life. His lifestyle just naturally adjusted to the new limit. You've got to treat that 10% as completely untouchable.
Section 3. Cures for Lean Purses. Arkad's 7 Steps to Wealth. Arkad stood before a crowd of 100 everyday workers suffering from lean purses in the Temple of Learning, ready to teach them his highly specific system.
So here are Arkad's 7 cures summarized. 1. Start thy purse to fattening by saving that 10%. 2. Control thy expenditures, basically budgeting your infinite desires against your finite income. 3. Make thy gold multiply. 4. Guard thy treasures from loss. 5. Own thy home. 6. Ensure a future income for retirement. And 7. Increase thy ability to earn by constantly learning new skills. You guys, this isn't just ancient Babylonian history. This is a remarkably comprehensive, completely actionable checklist for modern personal finance. And this brilliantly illustrates the mathematical certainty of that first cure. Arkad asked a humble egg merchant a simple question. If you put 10 eggs into a basket every single morning, but you only take 9 eggs out every evening, what eventually happens? Well, the answer is obvious, right? The basket overflows. It is simple, undeniable math. If you consistently live just slightly below your means to create a surplus, your bank account honestly has absolutely no choice but to fatten up.
Now, this builds directly into the third cure, making your gold multiply.
Arcad told his students, "Every gold piece you save is a slave to work for you. Every copper it earns is its child that also can earn for you." I love that. It's such an incredibly visceral way to understand modern compound interest and smart investments. Your money shouldn't just sit idle under a mattress, it needs to be put to hard labor, generating its own independent income streams for you while you sleep.
Moving to Section 4, the 5 Laws of Gold, Protecting Your Wealth. You see, building wealth is really only half the battle. You desperately need defensive strategies to protect it once you have it. Arcad's son, Nomasir, actually learned this the hard way. Given a bag of gold and a clay tablet carved with 5 laws, he went out into the world. Those laws were: save 10%, put your gold to work, invest only with cautious advice, avoid businesses you don't understand, and finally, flee tricksters and impossible earnings. Well, Nomasir ended up losing all his initial gold because he completely ignored these laws and chased fast money with a sketchy partner. Gold slips away incredibly fast from those who let romantic desires or get-rich-quick schemes cloud their judgment.
So, the crucial point here is this. Advice is freely given away, but watch that you take only what is worth having. Arcad himself once lost an entire year's worth of savings because he trusted a brickmaker to travel and buy rare jewels for him. A brickmaker. Unsurprisingly, he got scammed with literal pieces of glass. The lesson here: if you want advice on jewels, go to a jeweler. If you want to protect your wealth, you absolutely must seek out expert financial counsel. Okay, final section. Section 5, Attracting the Luck Goddess, Opportunity and Action. The men of Babylon loved to sit around the Temple of Learning and debate whether luck is just some random lottery or if it's actually something you can actively attract.
Their conclusion was actually pretty simple. The gambler relies purely on blind chance. At the gaming tables or the horse races, the mathematical odds are strictly designed to favor the gamekeeper, not you. But the merchant capitalizes on opportunity. In honest trade, in farming, or in building a business, the chances of profit are actually weighted in your favor. True luck isn't found rolling the dice where the odds are inherently against you. It's found in environments where your skills and your efforts directly influence the outcome.
Which brings us to this brilliant redefinition. Good luck is simply opportunity meeting preparation and immediate action. During their debate, a Syrian trader warned the group about the ultimate enemy of wealth: the spirit of procrastination. Procrastination is basically a thief that whispers in your ear to wait until tomorrow, effectively driving away golden opportunities. If you want to be lucky, you have to crush procrastination. You've got to step up quickly when a good deal is sitting right in front of you.
As we bring this explainer to a close, I want you to remember this. Wealth is a tree that grows from a tiny seed. That very first copper you save, that first 10% you carve right out of your next paycheck, is the tiny seed of your future massive wealth tree. The sooner you plant it and the more faithfully you nourish it with consistent, unbreakable savings, the sooner you're going to be able to relax in its shade. Remember the chorus of this whole story? A part of all you earn is yours to keep.
So, what does this all mean for us? I leave you with this provocative question to ponder. Will you start planting your wealth tree today? The secrets of Babylon aren't just some dusty history locked in the past. They are incredibly powerful tools, just waiting for you to apply them to your modern wallet right now. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer summarizing the timeless wisdom of the richest man in Babylon. Go forth, save your 10%, and let your wealth multiply.